Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. I would like to share with you a video of a wise man, and you can see how he uses his great personality to tackle critical situation and pull himself to respond a critical question. Recently I made a video on what is happening in America about George Floyd, and I was requesting everyone, whoever watching my video, to respect others. Does not matter whoever he or she is, wherever they came from. I was also saying about the world leaders that they're supposed to respect, they're supposed to spread the news to their people, to respect other races or other peoples. Does not matter how they look or where they came from. And so as I was saying on my video, something very incredible happened. As you will see on the video, how Canadian President Justin Trudeau actually responded to a question on which you can see clearly that he had so many things to say, but he just controlled himself and said those wise things that a wise man can say. He did not speak rubbish, so by controlling himself, he actually gained more respect from people like me who's against the racism or against fight or violence. I always had deep respect for Canadian people and Canada. So as today Justin Trudeau proved that a leader should be like him. A leader should not provoke its citizens to the violence, to commit crime or hate. A leader should tell its citizens to respect others so they can live together in peace. As Justin Trudeau proved that great leaders, they always spread peace, not violence, and all the leaders from around the world, they should follow Justin Trudeau to keep peace in their country. As we all know, Canada is home to so many cultural people, so many nationalities. They were invited by Canada to live their life in Canada as a Canadian, to be part of their culture. At the same time, they can be whoever they are. Does not matter if they are Chinese or African or Asians. So if the leaders like Justin Trudeau keep respecting the other races, then the citizens, they will be doing the same. Although there is racist everywhere, if the leaders, they stand for their minorities, then the citizens or the racist people, they will not have that courage to discriminate one day or another, 2 days or 1 week later on they have to stop. They will have no place in that society to be a racist, to discriminate somebody else. But if the leaders from around the world, they think positively and do as Canadian President did, then I think our world will be a better place to live, and people will feel safe to be in a country which is not their own country, but they came there for a better life, so they can be part of that society as well as their own society. Nobody can renounce their own native tongue or their culture, and wherever they go, they will always have that culture within them, their language, everything they have from their native country. But if they move to a new country, they have that willingness to be the part of that new society. All we have to do, we have to let them to understand and be the part of that society. But if we all start to be racist, then we'll have only fight, nothing else. Watch the video and you can see how intelligent Justin Trudeau is.
To comment on the words and actions of the U.S. president. But we do have Donald Trump now calling for military action against protesters. We saw protesters tear gas yesterday to make way for a presidential photo op. I'd like to ask you what you think about that, and if you don't want to comment, what message do you think you're sending?
We all watch in horror and consternation what's going on in the United States. It is a time to pull people together, but it is a time to listen. It is a time to learn what injustices continue despite progress over years and decades. But it is a time for us as Canadians to recognize that we too have our challenges, that Black Canadians and racialized Canadians face discrimination as a lived reality every single day. There is systemic discrimination in Canada, which means our systems treat Canadians of color, Canadians who are racialized, differently than they do others. It is something that many of us don't see, but it is something that is a lived reality for racialized Canadians. We need to see that, not just as a government and take action, but we need to see that as Canadians. We need to be allies in the fight against discrimination. We need to listen, we need to learn, and we need to work hard to figure out how we can be part of the solution on fixing things. This government has done a number of things over the past years, but there is lots more to do, and we will continue to do that because we see you, we see the discrimination that racialized Canadians live every single day.
So why not we learn from Justin Trudeau and do as Justin Trudeau did? I don't think he's doing it for bad purpose. As I can see, he's doing it for good, for his country's people and for the people who came to Canada, to a great country, to be a part of that society. So let's try to treat others respectfully and let's make the world a better place for us, for our next generation.